Hey, Lisa here today to talk about just say yes. So, yesterday was about just say no because I just kind of got started on some of the things that I had to eliminate from my diet when I was changing, trying to be more healthy and focus on wellness. So, yesterday I talked about eliminating white carbs like white rice, white pasta, white breads, white sugar. That was pretty much the most of that. I didn't really get into other things I changed, like I came away from some fried foods. I stopped with any sodas or juices I was doing. I also took a look at chemicals and additives, the things that are in our foods that we don't even realize. So I would start reading ingredients and, anything that was past like five or six ingredients, you'd go, well, what is that? And I'd start looking things up and, little by little, I was able to start eliminating that. I do a lot of food advocacy, and I'm definitely a big person who is anti-GMO. And so I started to eliminate anything that had genetically modified organisms in it. So that, for the most part, would be like high fructose corn syrup, anything with corn and soy that is not labeled specifically as non-GMO, I would totally avoid. Um, let's see what else, just nitrates. There's like a whole bunch of things that I really took it to another level. Yesterday I was just kind of touching on it. So I remember back then going, well, if I'm going to eliminate all these things, what am I going to eat? Like, for me it was like, oh my god, I had junk food my whole life, and now all of a sudden you want me not to have that. What am I going to eat? So little by little I started to incorporate a whole foods diet. So that would be fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, lean protein, and healthy fats. So for me, for the fruits, I try to eat fruits by themselves because it's easier to digest. And sure, sometimes I'll have overnight oats, smoothies, and things like that. So it'll be a mix. But for the most part, I go solo on that. When I make my juices, so when I get now to vegetables, when I make my juices, they're mostly just vegetables. I don't really mix the two unless sometimes I need a little sweetener. I'll put like a green apple or something in that. Um, so vegetables, I remember like when I was a little kid, we used to like hide Brussels sprouts under the table. We would do anything to like not eat some of those healthier vegetables. And now, thank God, I've changed, and I actually love Brussels sprouts. And I try to bring those vegetables, especially the dark, the greens, the dark leafy greens, and the healthy vegetables, back into my life. Sure, if I could eat them for lunch and dinner, great. But it's still a work in progress for me, and that's why I actually do a lot of juicing to kind of make up for that. But vegetables is a big one. If I could, the more vegetables I could eat, the better, because I want to make my body alkaline. And sometimes I take a look at my food and I'm like, sure, I feel like I'm eating healthy, but why does everything seem to be acidic? Another good topic, actually, acidic and pH of foods, and trying to be more alkaline. So let's see what else. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains. So I told you what I don't eat, but as far as what I do eat when it comes to grains, I'll look for whole wheat breads. Um, I try not to eat too much of that either, but I love Ezekiel is my favorite, and it's made from sprouted grains. Definitely, there's been many times over the last decade where I'll eat just Ezekiel as far as what I eat for grains. So then let's see what else. There's brown rice. I love brown rice. I'll definitely incorporate that into my eating. And whole, let's see, pasta. For the most part, I'm a pastaholic, so I don't eat pasta. But every now and then, I'll allow some in major holidays. Right now, we're in a pandemic. I don't know. When I went shopping, I wasn't even thinking. I was like, oh my God, just to have like certain kinds of foods around in the house. So I did buy some, but I bought whole wheat and gluten free. And again, like at Christmas time, I know when I go out with my family, I could be pretty much annoying because I'm like, what do you have that's vegan and healthy? Like vegan and healthy, that's a different story because you could just eat vegan, fine, no problem. But I want things sometimes that are vegan and healthy. And when I go out and there's only like a white pasta, that's not really not that's not what I'm looking for. And then I end up just getting like a side vegetable. And I love food, so for me that's not good enough. So every now and then I allow that allowance at Christmas time to have some whole wheat or gluten free pasta. And nowadays they do, restaurants do carry that, so I'm happy about that. Legumes, I know that there's tons of new, trendy diets that don't, they're not proponents of legumes. I am, obviously I'm vegan, so yeah, I definitely eat. I love my lentils, chickpeas. Um, I eat beans for sure. So, black beans, kidney beans, those are just some of my favorites. Green peas is another one, green beans and green peas actually. And again, just, balanced out. As far as lean proteins, um, sure, another good one for for another day is a whole soy debate. But I love tofu, and I totally can make tofu. Can make just about so many different things with tofu. So yeah, I eat tofu, and I do feel that it's healthy for me. Everybody's different. Fermented soy tempeh, that's another good one. It is actually a very much a health food. Again, it's the fermented soy, so that would be good for people who aren't vegan. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, and I do believe that eggs, are healthy, and fish can be healthy. From an animal point of view, I don't like to engage pretty much in those. But do I feel that they have some health benefits? Yeah, I do. And the fish will give you your omega 3s. As a vegan, I get my omega 3s from almonds and walnuts. I do chia seeds. I do flax. You could ground flax up and put it in things, and also, drizzle flaxseed oil as well, which brings me over to fats. I know a lot of people do low fat diets. I'm pretty much a proponent of high fat diet. I do lots of avocados. I do nuts. I do nut milks. I do coconut oil for my saturated fat. I put olive oil on. I'll pretty much use olive oil every day. And so those are some of the things that I incorporate with that. So fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, low lean proteins, and fats. And of course, drink a ton of water. Not a ton of water, but I think half your body weight in ounces is as a rule of thumb. And that's it. So close one door, open another. So it's about first getting rid of all the things. And this is like healthitarian 101 that I love to talk about. Healthitarian is getting rid of the things that aren't working for wellness, and then start bringing in the things that do. So thank you for hanging out today, and that's it.